A very good morning to all of you in US and Canada. Rest. Good evening to all those who are joining us from the other side of the world. Well, it gives me immense pleasure to host this webinar alongside with Umair, who has joined us straight away from Walmart headquarters in Canada. Also with Umair, we have Nidhi. She's the senior Walmart marketplace analyst at CedCommerce.
Hey everyone, this is Umair from WalMart Canada.
Hey, hello guys, hello. So I'll just quickly start the screen share and then we can start the webinar.
Sure. Did you want to give maybe 5 minutes for other sellers to roll in?
Well, yes, we can wait for a few moments. No worries on that.
Yeah. So let's wait for 5 more minutes, and then we can proceed.
Perfect. And by the meantime, we have a couple of sellers with us. Thanks a lot, Lisa. Thanks a lot, Kavya. Thanks a lot, Elisa. Thanks a lot, Emma. Thanks a lot, guys, for joining us. We'll be shortly starting the webinar. Thanks a lot, guys, for joining us with the webinar. We have Umair with us, who has joined us all the way from Canada. Thanks a lot, Umair, once again.
My pleasure, guys. Happy to be here and excited for the webinar. Looking forward to chat with everybody.
Okay. Also, Umair, just to inform you, we have few queries on our Facebook poll, which was running up. So we have few queries from there as well. So at the end of the webinar, I will be entertaining them up as well. So if you guys want, you can post down your queries on the Twitter and Facebook handle of CedCommerce, and we'll be answering them up directly on this live session. Okay, so Umair, I think we should start the webinar.
Yeah, just a moment, 1 second.
Okay.
Yeah, sorry about that. Yeah, it's up to you guys. If you wanna get started, we can go for it. They may be a slight pause. I may have to shift around a little, but other than that, we should be smooth sailing. So first and foremost, Walmart Canada launched our marketplace in August of 2017. Relatively new in the scope of marketplaces and e-commerce, but it's not a small opportunity by any means. As you can see on your screen right now, we have over 14 million unique visits, and if you 4 million regular visits. If you want to translate that to the Canadian e-commerce customer, that's 1 in 3 Canadians that shop on Walmart.ca. So it's a lot of eyes on your product. In terms of marketplace growth, we've seen triple-digit growth, over 100% year-over-year growth, and we're seeing it continuously. That sellers are bringing new assortment, and our customers are now getting more and more accustomed to seeing a wider array of assortment on our website. As you can see, that translates into the number of items that we have. We have over 7 million SKUs on our site right now. So a lot of opportunity, while at the same time there's growth. So the biggest value proposition here is the fact that we're allowing you to see, to get access to this traffic on our site. Not only that, you have the ability to sell on a marketplace because we're new, that is unsaturated, untapped. Akash, if you can go to the next slide, please.
Yeah, sure.
Now, in regards to our customers, who do we have as our demographic? We found that our online customer actually differs from our in-store customer. In-store traditionally women, more moms, older that are shopping in the store. But what we found with Walmart.ca is that online our customer is younger. We have a more even split between men and women, so it's about 50-50. We found our customers now have a higher level of education, they have more disposable income, and they're accustomed to buy things that are a little bit more pricey than our traditional in-store customer. That's not to say that we don't have the value prop for all customers. If you can go to the next slide, Akash, we can talk to that. We did a survey that went out to the customers, and we basically asked them, hey, what is important to you? What is it that you want from our marketplace or from our site? And as you can see, overwhelmingly, it's all about value, right? So what is a good deal? Am I getting the best price? Am I getting a good product? And almost as equally important is price matters, yes, but just almost as much is also the experience. So we want to make sure that our customers now are being treated, the way as they should be with great experience. That ties into our vetting process. Every seller on our site actually goes through a thorough vetting process before they're allowed. And I'll touch base on that a little bit more in a moment. But before they're allowed to sell on our site, every seller has to go through a vetting process. So we're not just letting anybody and everybody come on the site. Now, that, as I mentioned, if you go through trusted marketplace, Akash, if you want to go to the next slide, each seller goes through 3 checks. One is a reputational check. So we will scour the internet for reviews that you have, your presence online, your reputation online, and that company will come back and let us know what your reputation is like. The second check that we do is a anti-money laundering check. So we will check the company, we'll check the company members and see that everything is in check over there. And before we allow them to go on, we want to make sure that the products are authentic, that, should we need, we don't request them right away, but should we need, and we just want to make sure that everything on site is 100% authentic and the best quality, not only for, for the seller's reputation, but also for our customers. Now, what qualifies, or what would you need, Akash, if you want to go next slide, what would you need to sell onto our site? We don't really have that many requirements, if you will. The first thing is a Canadian business number. I can share a PDF with the CedCommerce team, and they can send it out to all the participants. That'll give you more information on that. And you also need to be set up
for all of us.
Yeah, great. Yeah. So it really, it's not a very time consuming nor a hard process for you to get that number. It is for sellers that are, or businesses that are not based in Canada to sell into Canada. So which leads into the non-resident importer. You'll need to sign up for that as well. The sheet that I send should have information on everything. One of the key parts about our marketplace is that, unlike the US, is you do not need to have a physical warehouse or a physical presence in Canada. So your warehouse can be, you can ship your assortment right to the customer, and I'm getting to that as well. And we also need you to have existing online experience. That's not to say that we won't take anybody that's, new to e-commerce or new we want to make sure that everybody is. But it is very important, and it does go a long way if you have existing marketplace experience, whether you sell on Amazon, eBay, etc. We're actually okay with that, and we prefer that you've sold because we want to know that you're able to fulfill to customers. Now, in regards to your products, it doesn't necessarily mean that you have to have the most deepest of catalogs, but we want to make sure that, they're exciting products, they're quality products. It's something that our customers are looking for. You will be responsible for creating your own descriptions and images, and everything will come down to how you create that experience for the customer. After I go through my slides, Akash, I'm just going to take about 10 minutes or 5 minutes rather to give a rundown of how the marketplace actually operates and
Sure,
what
sure. You have all the time. You have all the time, Umair. You have all the time.
Thank you. Now, the 2 requirements, one, as I mentioned already, was the business number. The second is that we require you to ship directly to the customer's door without any incremental fees. So what that means is there should be no additional cost after the customer has already checked out. Now, at this point, what that means is the order has to be sent, duties and taxes prepaid. As you must know, or you'll find out, is that once you ship into another country across the border, there's duties and taxes that are charged. But we expect that you send it DDP. So that's duties delivered prepaid. And that's what courier services request that you check off. Now, what that means is obviously a cost to you as a seller. We don't expect you to, suffer that cost or eat it. Our only expectation is that you just don't charge it to the customer after the fact. So there's several ways as a seller that you're going to be able to manage that. We do not dictate your retail price. So obviously we guide you on, competitive scales. We help you with the competitive pricing within the market, but at the end of the day, the pricing is very much in your control. We also do not expect that you give the customer free shipping. You're able to charge the customer standard shipping. You can charge even more for express shipping. We also have a tiered shipping the customer spends X amount of dollars on your products, you have the ability to give them free shipping. There's also shipping zones within Canada. So if certain parts of Canada are more expensive for you to ship to, you have the ability to have different shipping fees for those zones, or you can block off zones entirely. The last thing in regards to shipping is that we have no transit time requirements. As long as you get the order out within 48 hours, 48 business hours, you have the ability to map out your transit times according to what you think is best. As long as you make the customer aware, we do not have a requirement on that. So yes, that's a cost to send products, duties, and taxes prepaid. However, there's several ways for you to mitigate and manage that cost from your end. And our expectation is that it just doesn't go through to the customer. If you can go to the next slide, I can talk about the process and how it'll work in regards to the steps that you will go through. The first thing is we will be sharing a link with all of you to apply to our website, to apply to our marketplace. You'll follow that link and fill out some information. Once we've gathered that and we see your application come into our systems, we will review with our teams. And what's going to happen is someone from our team will reach out and request a little bit more information from you should we decide to proceed. Once you've provided that information, you will be entered into our vetting process that I mentioned earlier. This process can take a little bit of time, but we will be in touch with any next steps or if any further information is required. Once you are in the process and your application, we will then send you the contract for you to review. You review the contract, and once you've accepted, that's when we actually begin the onboarding process. So you will be sent a link to register your account on our backend platform, which is called Seller Center. If you are an existing US seller and you already sell on Walmart.com, you will need to use a different email address for the Canadian side of things. If you are not a US seller, then you simply go through the registration as normal. You will also set up payment, your payment gateway here as well. We go through a company called Payoneer. And again, if you're on the US, you'll be able to use your existing account and they ask you to use that information. If not, you register as normal. We are able to direct deposit into international accounts. The only thing to note there is we pay out in Canadian funds. So everything on our site is sold in, bought in, listed in, and paid out in Canadian dollars. Now, cycle. So we process sales for 2 weeks, and then we deposit on the 21st day. Once you've done your registration, you go through the onboarding process where you'll be doing some of the testing, how you actually use the platform, fulfilling orders, accepting orders, canceling orders, and then also practicing returns. Once your profile's set up, you've gone through the testing, that's when you go live and you are assigned a dedicated account manager that works with you on your pricing, your catalog, getting you involved in promotional and sales events, and really working with you on making sure that your account is maximized and is geared for success. Now, if you can go to the next slide, Akash, what you'll be responsible for on the site is, as I just mentioned, it's a completely seller managed platform. So you are going to be responsible for managing your pricing, you manage your own catalog, inventory, imaging, descriptions, all of that is in your control. And that really lets you control your brand and your store. Think of it as a virtual shopping mall. For all the steps that are laid out right here for filling your orders and getting paid, think of it as a virtual shopping mall. We are leasing the space to you, but the business is very much in your control. So it is your own, pricing. It is your own inventory management. You manage the shipping and the fulfillment. And after that, you get paid directly. And I'll talk about fees associated with the marketplace in just a little bit. But you set out your own return policy. It is your own shipping pricing and policies. I've talked about shipping already. I will talk about returns in a moment. But like I said, go into it. But the business is entirely in your control. And how you connect to our site, Akash, if you can go to the next slide, there's 3 ways for you to connect to our site. One is going through a direct upload, which is through an Excel file or a CSV file. That put your items in, you can put the pricing, etc., and then you push that onto our site and manage it there. The second way is the integrator, which is what we're going through right now. So you would go through CedCommerce, and they would assist you with the catalog, pricing, inventory, order status, etc. they're going to walk you through their services, what they offer and what they can help with, and how they actually work through our site. So they integrate to us directly. And the last way for you to integrate to our site, which is the Walmart Seller Center, is through a direct API connection. That'll require a little bit more investment from you up front, but it's the most hands-off in the long run. If we can go to the next slide, I can talk about our returns process. Actually, no, that's fine. So in regards to returns, as I mentioned, sorry, Akash, if you can go previous slide.
Yeah, sure.
There we go. So in regards to returns, as I mentioned, the return policy is entirely in your control. So you can set out the return policy. You can also decide what you accept or decline. Our only premise or requirement on the return policy is that you do not have a blanket, no returns, no refunds. Now, you are able to put it for certain products that need to be, like hygienic items or undergarments, etc. You're able to put, no returns, no refunds, but no blanket statement. How returns work is out to us and initiates a return. Our first point of action, excuse me. Sorry, just needed some water. Our first point of action is to always put the customer in touch with you guys. At that point, you can decide if you want to accept or decline that return. You can also decide if you want to have the customer, if you want to send them a prepaid shipping label, or even if you want to have them pay for the return shipping. All of that is entirely in your control and at your discretion, completely up to you. That being said, as you guys see on the screen, we here at Walmart Canada do accept returns in store. And the way that program works is the customer can walk into any Walmart across Canada, and the associate in store is going to return that product based off of your return policy, not Walmart's. It'll be your return policy that they should return the product based off of your. They should return it based.
Yep.
Sorry?
That's a really great point for all the sellers sitting out there.
Yeah, thank you. As I mentioned, they should return it based off of your return policy. And the reason I say that is I'm sure you guys understand it's retail and nothing is perfect. So if a teenager gets yelled at enough, they may return something they're not supposed to. Don't panic. We have accounted for that. And if that does happen, when you get the product back, and I'll touch base on how you get the product back, but when you get the product back, you will have 30 days to dispute that return. We will launch an investigation. In fact, should not have been returned. We will flow the funds right back to you. How you get the product back is right now, Walmart Canada is handling all of the in-store returns, reverse logistics for any sellers that are in the US or Canada. So if your warehouse is in Canada or the US, we are handling all of the in-store returns, reverse logistics, and that's financially and operationally. So we are going to consolidate all of your returns from across Canada into one of our DCs and actually ship them back to you on a 30-day or per pallet basis, whichever one comes first. The reason I say right now we're handling that program is just because we want to make sure that, we iron out any wrinkles. We want to make sure that everything is running smoothly before we make any final changes. So for now, any return warehouses in Canada or the US, Walmart Canada is handling all of the in-store returns, reverse logistics. The reason we want to launch this program, as you guys can see, the reasoning, we want to build trust with our customers. We want them to know that even though they're buying a product that isn't necessarily coming from Walmart, that Walmart is, available and ready to help them in this regard. So they're able to walk to the local Walmart. Most people have a Walmart on the way to or from work or in their neighborhood in Canada, and they have that trust factor, they have that confidence, and they have that ability to be able to walk into a store, drive into a store, and return that product. So that's how returns work. We'll go to the next slide, and you guys can see the commission breakdown. We do not have at all for our marketplace, unlike other marketplaces. The only fee that we charge on our marketplace is a set commission fee. Now, as you guys can see the percentages, it's all based off your category. So if you sell an apparel and you have a product that's $10, we will withhold $1.50 and we will pass through to you $8.50. So 15% is the only cost on our site for you to operate. Now, one thing about this percentage is that it is charged on the sale price, so whatever price the product sells at, and it is also charged on the shipping price should you decide to charge it. So 15% off the product, 15% off the shipping, should you decide to charge it. Other than that, all those categories and the percentages are listed there. These are on par or better than industry standard, and you guys can have access to that. I'll go to the next slide. I've pretty much gone through the rundown of our marketplace, what you can expect from us, what we expect from you. If you guys still have any questions, you're able to reach out to that email right there. That's marketplacecommunications@walmart.com. It's MKPLSLCOMM@walmart.com. And if you want to, and if you're ready to apply, to go to marketplace.walmart.ca. You can join our growing seller community that's taking advantage of a great, untapped, unsaturated market, and we'd love to see for you guys to be one of them. I'll hand it over to the CedCommerce team now. I appreciate you guys taking the time to listen to me.
Thanks a lot, Tumaz. Thanks a lot. The information which you shared is really vital and is really beneficial for all the sellers who are sitting out there.
No problem. I'm happy to do it.
Yeah. Now, before starting my part, I'd like to state down few things. Like the most common question which actually comes out during the webinar is that the information which just now, like Umair has just shared. So, will this information be available after the webinar? Well, the answer to this is yes, and a definite yes. This particular webinar has been recorded, and we are going to make it available for you so that you can review it again and learn from it, like what are the deeper insights of Walmart Canada as a marketplace and how you can improve your ROI with Walmart Canada itself. Now, starting with CedCommerce, well, CedCommerce was basically an initiative to revolutionize the e-commerce industry in 2010. Mr. Abhishek Jaiswal and Mr. Himanshu Rothan came together with an idea which turned into eventually CedCommerce. Our growth and success has gained us the award for the top 50 fastest growing company in India, that too thrice in an year. Now, CedCommerce is not only working in just one section, that is like the integration section. No, that's not all. We provide a one-stop solution for all your e-commerce related worries. Well, our services basically vary from digital marketing to website development, from mobile app development to SEO, from AI bots to e-commerce solution. If there is any e-commerce solution or if there is any problem in your e-commerce industry, then CedCommerce eventually has that covered. So that's all CedCommerce in just few minor words. Now, moving ahead, we have the solution which we have specifically created for Walmart Canada. Well, yes, with the help of this solution, any seller, I mean to say any seller, it doesn't mean upon what website or what e-commerce framework he is using, whether he's on Magento, Shopify, BigCommerce, WooCommerce, OpenCart, PressureShop, or any other third-party extension or any other third-party framework he's using. On to whatever framework he is using, he is having the ability to connect it directly with Walmart Canada. We have deeply studied Walmart Canada's API, and then we have successfully created a connection between Walmart's API and your e-commerce framework. Now, with the help of CedCommerce Walmart integration, we allow sellers to connect their own e-commerce store directly with Walmart Canada as a marketplace. Now, this integration works well for both the sellers, whether you are a new seller or an existing seller. Now, if you are a new seller, then you must be wondering that how will you be able to upload your products on Walmart Canada, or how you will be able to syncing your inventory and price, then how you will be managing your order. So what our solution basically does, it's basically give you a central dashboard where what you can do is like you can manage everything directly from that particular central dashboard. You can upload new products, you can manage your inventory and pricing, you can manage the orders directly from your central dashboard. So it's like in one term, it's like listing creation, order management, inventory and price syncing. Everything is just handled from a single software. So that's our solution basically, CedCommerce Walmart Canada integration. Now, moving ahead for the features of our integration, I have with me Nidhi. She is the senior Walmart marketplace analyst. She has been working with CedCommerce from the last 3 years, and she is quite experienced into Walmart. I'm sure she has all the answers for your sellers. Over to you, Nidhi.
Hello everyone. Thanks Akash for briefing us about CedCommerce. Proceeding further, I will be briefing you about some of the major features of our Walmart Canada integration. So without much ado, let's get started. As the sellers are more concerned about the product listing, we will start with the bulk upload feature of the app. This helps sellers to list their product by just one click, which saves time. And you do not need to do any manual work to create your listing. Just select and upload your n number of products seamlessly. After listing products, we all need to manage the product inventory, price, and order for those products. Integration helps you to manage your products and orders in real time with your store. Now, managing orders coming from different platforms seems difficult to take care of. But what if we get all your orders at one place? It's easy to fulfill them, right? The integration automatically acknowledge your order from Walmart and create it on your store from where you can easily ship them. Once you ship the orders, the integration sync the shipment from your store and send it to Walmart. And that's all to manage your orders. Now, if in case you do not wish to sell some specific products for certain time being, no issues. The easy product retire process of the integration helps you to remove the products and you can relist them whenever you want. The notification update process of the app helps the sellers to get the notifications of new order from the marketplace and the updates of your out of stock products so that you can refill the inventory as soon as possible. The order, refunds, and cancellations can be easily processed by the app, thus help you manage your orders easily. I hope these features help you in understanding the working of our integration. Next, I would like Akash to tell you how CedCommerce is different than others. Over to you, Akash.
Well, sellers, talking about features, Nidhi has already explained you for that. If you face any query, like if you have still have any query which is left in terms of product listing, product management, order automation, retire or reinject product instant notification, or easy refunds, then what you can do is like you can email us, or you can just write down your query in the question answer section, and at the end of the webinar, I assure you we'll be answering them up directly. So now moving ahead, how CedCommerce is basically different than others? Well, all of you must be aware that there are several integrators who are sitting out there just hunting for those sellers to get them onboarded with their own system. But how CedCommerce is different from those particular vendors who are sitting out there? Well, if you just quickly see over here, there's a graph which we have mentioned out of here. This showcases expense versus growth ratio. Well, with CedCommerce, there is no per order or sales commission. That basically means like you do not need to pay any commission based on the sales. Like if you are making a sale of, let's say, $1 million per month, we do not charge any 1% or 0.5% of commission. All you need to pay is just a very nominal and very economical open pricing. There is no disclosed pricing. Undisclosed pricing, you can the pricing is available on our product pages. You can just go out over there. Also, it's available on Shopify App Store and BigCommerce Store, so you can check out over there as well. Now, over here, if you will just see before CedCommerce it's written. Now, in this particular section, there is an option where the expenses are growth and expenses are increased, and also the growth is also increased. So that basically hurts the sellers. But in terms when the customer gets onboarded with CedCommerce, what happens? It's like the expenses is sorted out, because it's like a very nominal and one-time expense, or even a monthly expense can be sorted off. But the growth percentage eventually increases because the expenses are lessened, so the growth percentage eventually gets increased. You have unlimited growth potential with CedCommerce. Like we provide multi-channel selling, plus we assist you on getting onboarded with Walmart Canada. Now if you need assistance, we have touch with Walmart Canada, so we'll get you onboarded easily. Plus, like I told you, we have a single automated console wherein you can manage all the things like order related problems, shipping, whether it's bulk product upload, or whether it's inventory or price syncing. As soon as you change the inventory or price on your store, at the same time the prices and inventory will be changed on Walmart Canada itself. It's like an end-to-end management for all the activities from a single platform. So these are basically few points over which CedCommerce is different from others. Now moving ahead, how CedCommerce can help you, we have Nidhi. She'll assist you on that.
Now, CedCommerce is known for its 24/7 support. Yes, instant replies to the customers even on holidays. We assign a dedicated account manager to every seller, not only to help them when they need, but also to suggest them how they can grow their businesses by analyzing their catalogs. To complete onboarding on the marketplace is a challenge to every seller, and the dedicated account manager helps them to do so. We are constantly evolving our integrations as per the marketplace guidelines. To improve the customer experience with our integrations, we updated the webhook processing and implemented RabbitMQ. Innovation is in our blood, which brought us the opportunity to be on the main stage of the Magento Live 2019 Europe. Apart from this, you can share us your inputs on how we can help you in growing your business.
Okay, so that were the points about how CedCommerce can basically help you up. Like Nidhi just updated you, we have been invited on the main stage podium for Magento Live Europe. That's because of our innovation, and we have been nominated by Magento. Also, we were invited by Shopify Unite in Canada. We were present over there. So it's like the company is wholesale growing. I can understand that it's an 8 years old company, but we have a customer base of more than 1,500 clients with us, and they are eventually growing well. Now, talking about the frameworks which we are working, well, yes, we have WooCommerce, we have Magento 1, Magento 2, we have Shopify, we have PrestaShop, we have OpenCart, we have BigCommerce with us. But not to worry if you cannot see your own e-commerce framework listed over here. Well, if you have any other framework, you can just let us know at support@cedcommerce.com. You can just mail us out over there, and we'll create a custom extension for you at the most economical cost which you can ever get in the market. And that's a promise to you. Now, you can also connect us over the live hotline number. Well, this is the toll-free number. Excuse me. This is a toll-free number. Also, you can contact us at support@cedcommerce.com. Now, moving ahead, we are open for the question answer section. So you can send us your question answers over here. And I have Omer with me, who will be here assisting you for the answers of those particular questions. Just let me have a look about the question answer. We have a lot of questions over here. Okay, Omer, it's over to you now. Omer, there is a customer by the name of Emma Cole. She wants to know, like, how can she advertise her products on Walmart?
That's a great question. Thank you. As right now, there's no actual marketing packages for the Walmart marketplace. We are diligently working on working something that best fits our sellers' needs. That being said, though, you will be working with your account manager on getting involved in promotional sales, events. If there are daily weeks, there's deals of the week. So there's several opportunities for you to have those promotions and be surfaced on the site. Also, as your products increase in popularity, they will start, due to the algorithm, start moving up on the site as well.
Okay. She also has one more question with us. Like, Emma wanted to know, like, if she took like 3 to 5 days for shipping a particular product, so is it accepted on Walmart as a marketplace?
Yeah, the shipping time, as long as our guideline is that you get the order out, so you ship it out within 48 business hours. But for it to get to the customer, you just have to make them aware, and you set out your own transit times.
Okay, perfect. Also, we have one more seller with us, Les Myers. She wanted to know basically, like, if she's selling from USA, if she's a customer from USA, so is she applicable to sell on Walmart Canada? If yes, then how?
Yeah, Walmart Canada allows international sellers on our marketplace. You do not need to be incorporated in Canada or have physical presence as a company or warehouse within Canada. All you have to do to apply is go to marketplace.walmart.ca, and you'll be able to.
Okay, that's really great.
Sorry, on our application right now. You should be able to just select the country and put the address. For the last bit of the application, the operations bit, the warehouse, it may seem like you have to put a Canadian address, but feel free to put the regular address that you have for your warehouse. And our application only allows you to pick a province right now, but you can go ahead and pick any province and submit the application.
Okay, that's really helpful. Thanks a lot, Umair, for these information. Also, one more question we have from Alex.
Sure.
He wanted to know, like, he's a customer who is from Southeast Asian section. Is he right now allowed to sell on Walmart Canada?
Hi, yeah. I mean, Alex, thanks for the question. Yeah, so we allow international sellers. So you do not have to be incorporated in Canada or have warehousing in Canada in order for you to sell on our marketplace. So feel free to go to marketplace.walmart.ca and you'll be able to start your application.
Perfect. Okay, so I think that was all the questions which we had for now. So I think I'll be wrapping this session for now. Thanks a lot, guys. Thanks a lot for joining us. Thanks a lot, Umair, for joining us straight from Canada. Thanks a lot, Umair. It really means. Thank you, Nidhi, for joining us.
Thank you.
Thanks a lot, guys. I appreciate you having me. And for all the sellers listening, we hope to see you on our site. And CedCommerce team is great. Them. If you have any questions for us, we listed that email. Feel free to reach out to us as well. Thank you so much.
Thanks a lot, guys. Thanks a lot. We'll see you in some other webinar. Thanks a lot. Till then, take care. Stay blessed.